Okay, so we're testing me again. Microphone is on normal, set up on the boom. Gonna see if there's any more interference like we had last time. And then we'll try it again. Microphone is again set to low cut. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of off to the side, like the camera's here, the microphone's there, but I mean, if I talk right at it, da-da-da-da-da, microphone, I hope it works now. And now we're recording on low cut because that's how I like girls' tops. And is it working? Are we working, microphone? I don't know. Let's find out. Recording, microphone on, not set to low cut. It's doing something. We'll hear how it is in a second. Recording, microphone on, not set to low cut. It's doing something. We'll hear how it is in a second.
It's midnight, and the rain pours down in the worst part of town. Several individuals, dressed as Elvis and armed with flaming sex toys, are chasing after you. You need a hero. Then suddenly, you are rescued by JohnRamboPresents, the show. My name is John, and I am joined by, to gaze upon him is to find yourself in a pulpy paradise. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ is here.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, morning, and night. And afternoon.
OJ, how are you, sir?
I'm doing quite all right.
The box is too small. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Doing good? Feeling all right there?
Doing all right, yeah.
Good.
Another exciting day. Got
Exciting.
some laundry going.
The Adventures of OJ. Yeah?
Very exciting stuff.
Okay, there you go.
Laundry. Doing laundry.
So I've been sick the last couple of days.
Yeah, man.
I've pretty much been in bed for days. This is like the first time I've emerged.
Oh, dang, dude.
I'm back. I'm alive now. The show has brought me back. The Ramborgia people. The Ramborgines.
You've healed him.
Yes, but in the height of my madness, I had a fever, actually. I had the whole thing going on. Okay? The whole deal. But I've kind of realized about when you get sick, like, just a lot of liquids. Fluids.
Yep.
You just turn to liquids. Right? There's stuff coming
Everywhere.
out of here.
You just start
over there, coming out.
spewing.
Here, it's the eyes
Fluids.
have a fluid. It's just, you just become like a fluid. It's all green and stuff. It's very interesting. But in the height of it, I had a fever, a high fever. And I called the doctor. The doctor couldn't see me till like 4:30. It was early in the morning. I actually never wound up going. It's a whole other story, but I was like, I need something to do. I'm in pain. I don't know what to do, so I was like, I'm gonna make an intro for the show and see what happens here. And as you saw, that's what we came up with there.
Well,
And I think it's great. I'm enjoying it. I want to open it up again. Let's take a look at this.
oh no.
And basically what this is a microphone test that OJ did like 2 years ago, and I have all this raw footage of OJ. And some people like question, like, okay, you're doing a show. How much of it is real? How much of it is like a put on, right? A performance.
Yeah.
And as you can see, this is OJ. He doesn't think anyone's gonna ever see this ever, right? This isn't something that's gonna be like a public thing. No one's watching him do this. It's just a microphone test. He
wasn't smart enough to delete it.
You probably just thought I would erase it after I listened to the audio, right?
Yes.
That's what you would assume. No. But it just shows how naturally this is the person you are. And it's just great. I love this opening bit here where you're going to sit, but then you decide not to sit. What happened? What happened with that situation there?
Well, maybe Maybe the chair just wasn't as comfortable as I thought.
This is
or
what you're
it was
singing.
gonna-
I mean, it's just insane. And this is very much if you were to hang out with OJ, this is what would happen.
Well, I had to test the microphone, so I had to make
Because
noise of
this is
some kind.
100% who the man is. It's great. I love it. Honestly, if I was to do this, if most people were to do this microphone test, if I were to do it, I'd just like say hello, test. But you can't help but be OJ and put it out there.
Well,
He's whistling. It's just insanity.
it has to. I don't know. I was trying to test the something with the microphone. Maybe see if it could get different pitches. It was gonna be easier to tell if it's staticky over music. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
So
seemed
anyway,
like
that's
a thing to do.
if I, in my feverish state, watching him do this microphone, that what I saw in my eyes is what you were able to see. Yeah. So that was very well done. Very nice.
When you watch the video for the first time, that's what.
That's
looked
what I
like
actually saw, and then I decided to make it. So there
Wow,
you go. Yeah, a lot of liquids, John.
that's
A lot of liquids. Just all over
deep
the place.
stuff, man.
Yeah. Got a fun show today. I had a line before the show. I'm going to say it right now. We were just talking before the show, and I had a line. I said, we're going to have a good time tonight, whether you want one or not, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. That sounds like something a dolphin would say to a person.
You're going to get... It does, doesn't it? You're going to get,
Yeah.
finally, people have been asking for it, clamoring for it, our Olympic footage, our Olympic coverage, our recap of the Olympics. It's over now. We don't do it
Yep.
during the event. We want to see if it's worth our time.
Yeah, it might not be.
It was this time, surprisingly. So we are going to do a recap of the Olympics, the stuff we thought was the best. Also, the great Mr. Ed Trotta is on the show today. Boom.
Bam.
I didn't even have to say anything beyond that. Right there, that's like the hook going in to the mouth, ripping the
No,
hole.
we just need to pull it.
We already did. Instantly pulled. So Ed Trotta's joining today. Got a bunch of fun stuff lined up. He's gonna we're talking about the Oscars coming up. Some Oscar picks. He's got a performance in mind for you all. So it's gonna happen about 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight.
Oh, prepare yourselves.
Let's kick it off, John, with the elephant facts for the week.
Yes,
We're
sir.
learning
Elephant
so
week
much.
Facts. Facts of elephants for the week.
We're
Facts,
learning so much
facts.
week by week. OJ is like a master of elephants at this point. You know what's funny? We should talk.
man.
Let's talk. I keep forgetting to mention this. There is an elephant sanctuary in Tennessee.
Of all places.
I've been to Tennessee. That's all I'm going to say about it. Twice. Tennessee is an elephant sanctuary where they have elephants, and you could go down there and see them. And I said, let's have one of these people on the show. So I sent them a nice message.
Aww.
Would you like to come on the show? We love elephants. They said no. I can't imagine why this would happen, but it did. Anyway, we don't need them. We have our own fact. I'm an expert, and I give my facts.
Yeah.
I was going to test them. That's why I wanted to have them on. Test their facts.
We'll have our own elephant sanctuary with blackjack. Okay, never mind.
We are gonna have our own sanctuary at some point.
On the zoo boat.
On the zoo boat. Okay, here we go. Elephant facts for the week.
Zoo bar.
Our first fact is 2 facts today. Pay attention, OJ.
You have my attention.
The average weight for an elephant. The average weight for an elephant's heart is 27 to 46 pounds.
Oh, please don't tell me you have an image of that.
I do not.
Oh,
I did.
thank goodness.
Couldn't
That would
find
be
one.
so gross.
Just imagine, there's a lot of love. The elephants have a lot of love to give. That's why their hearts are so big, I think.
Aww.
Anything else to say about that?
Kind of sweet, but I'm really just trying not to picture a 27-pound heart.
46. 27 to 46.
46.
Yeah. Alright, so here's our second fact. It's a lovely fact. A lot of love in the elephant. So for this next one, you gotta remember, the females are sometimes called cows.
Yeah.
And the males are sometimes called bulls. We learned this.
Yeah, like new cows.
Exactly. So, here we go. A cycling female or cow may vocalize and show greater interest and enthusiasm for bulls. Bulls will test the cow's readiness to breed by performing a Flehmen behavior, which uses his trunk to bring urine samples to the nasal receptors in the roof of the mouth. These sensory receptors send chemical signals to the elephant's brain, telling him if the female is ready to breed. Courtship may last from 1 to 4 days, where the bull will stay near the cow and guard her from other bulls while he occasionally mates with her.
So wait a second. If the male elephant wants to... So wait, does he take her urine in his trunk and put it in his mouth?
And what an incredible system this is, John. You know, like when you go on a date, right? When you were dating, not anymore. When you were dating, does she like me? What do I have to buy? I have to get various gifts, various fragrances and perfumes and odors. That's what it's all about, right? Does she like me? All you got to do in the elephant world, get a little urine sample, put a little dab it, and then you know if she's interested or not. And I think it's a great system, much more efficient. It would improve the economy. And then a mating sessions for 1 to 3 days of mating.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd want to stick somebody's urine down the roof of my mouth.
You want to go out and buy lavish gifts all the time and try to figure out what's going on in these people's minds?
It might be better to spend $200 than to put someone else's urine at the roof of my mouth.
So people want the urine, so people want to go buy the jewels, right? There's no right or wrong answer in that.
Like, if you'd rather...
There's no wrong answer, John. It's just a better opinion.
I'm just saying, if you'd rather drink urine than
You're not
spend
drinking
$200...
urine? Whoa. Let's not be disgusting here. Did anyone ever mention...
If someone would rather put urine at the roof of their mouth than spend $200 on gifts or something every once in a while...
No one ever mentioned drinking urine,
that means
John.
that they value... No, what that's saying is that values... That means that, effectively, they would be willing to put urine on the roof of their mouth for about $200.
Okay, so there you go.
Think about it.
Yeah, his value. Here's something else we'll talk about besides this for today. So... at times I'm taken aback by the people do so much good things for us, give us such support, right? And they're always there. But still, to this day, it still sometimes hits me like a cold, hard punch in the balls. How amazing the people are, right? So we've been talking about Schnoz-man HolePunch and the Herculean task it has been to put this one together. And it's quite the process. I kind of complain about it a little bit. You know, I'm mostly joking, but I do complain and stuff like that. So to my surprise, John, I'm getting all these messages from people saying, John, is there something, I love the series, is there something I can do to help you? Is there something many people, is there something we could do? I'll help you in some way, just let me know. A touching thing.
That's really nice.
It's very incredibly nice. So, it's really nice, yeah. I mean, I do... Let me just put this out. I love doing it. There's no way I would be able to do it if I didn't love it. It's like, you know, it's my art. You know, it's what I love. And but at times it can be frustrating, like anything that's ever done this kind of stuff. But we love it. So let's make sure people understand that. The fact that people want to help is amazing. And
yeah,
the series is very much for the people, right? Like it's for our people. I should say that it's not for the people, because most of the people have rejected it, never heard of it, they never passed it over, whatever, never saw it. But our people have. And our people are a big part of its creation, why it's created and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have done half of this stuff.
Right. So I'm thinking we got to try to get people involved to do stuff. What can we do? So I have an idea.
Okay.
Should I give it now or should I give it later on?
Well,
I'll just give it
later on tonight, or...
I'll just do it now.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I want to have people in the actual episode.
Aww.
So my idea is to have people create a superhero of their own. For instance, make a costume of your own, and then record yourself for like 10 seconds posing or doing something, right? And if we get enough of these, we could actually use them in the episode in a specific scene that I have in mind.
That would be pretty sweet.
So if people want to do that, they should do it. So all you got to do is
just come up with an idea. Maybe give yourself a name or something.
Create some sort of costume for yourself. Record yourself for 5-10 seconds, and then send it in. And if we get enough of them, then I have an idea that would work. But we need to have at least, a bunch of people doing it. And yeah. So let's try to put that out there. We'll be talking about this more as the weeks go on. And
some of the suggestions.
Yes.
But I remember, you don't have to go like if you want to make something really elaborate, that's awesome.
Yeah, but you don't have to go crazy, right? Because we certainly didn't.
But yeah, well, also keep in mind, like, did you see HolePunch's original costume?
Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't dress like, I don't want to see people doing like, I'm just dressed as Spider-Man or something like that. It's got to be like a thing that's like an original, like, your creation. Don't just be like, here's my Batman suit, my picture, And if
like
people want to do it,
suit with the logo switched.
Right. And if people want to do it and we get enough submissions, then it'll be part of the episode. If there's only like a couple people that do it, then we'll do something with it. We'll show them on the show or something like that. So still do it. And of course, send it to StayBallsy@gmail.com is the place to send the videos. People enjoy this idea. You're looking at the chat, or they're not going to see it for like 5 minutes. Is that what's going on here? Okay. Someone says Toilet Man. They already have ideas. Toilet Man's coming.
Yeah, there you go. That's one for them.
Can I be Man Spider? Sure, that's fine. Perfectly okay.
What, like the Man Bat?
Yeah, it's like Man Bat. So that's that, and hopefully people do it, and that'd be a fun thing. Are you making a costume now with your blanket? Is that a costume you've created?
I am Blue Blanket Boy.
Blue Blanket Boy. That's perfectly fine too. And again, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It could literally be a blanket with an eye cut out. That's fine. That's fine.
I've got evil covered.
I'd be afraid of that guy. If he told me to keep in line and keep justice, okay, fine.
You know what Blue Blanket Boy does?
Yeah.
He's wearing the blanket. He takes it off and throws it over a villain's head and then just pummels them into submission.
OJ's create a whole new character here.
Mm-hmm.
On the spot.
Blue Blanket Boy.
All right. Let's get into this, John.
All right.
The Olympics were the last couple weeks. Seemed like it was going on
the Winter
for months.
Olympics 2014
in Sochi. We are going to give our recap, our results. We are an official broadcaster of the Olympics. We have all the rights as anyone else.
Excuse me.
And we're going to get into it here. Here's our starting right now.
Olympic highlights.
Yes, Olympic highlights. Here we go.
Right.
2014, Sochi. Welcome to Sochi, John.
Tell me when to start.
To Sochi. Well, we can't get started yet. We have to go over all our sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And OJ's going to call some of them out here with the catchphrases. Sochi 2014 with all the sponsors. Do you see them yet?
I do now, yes. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So, first of all, this looks like an old person's desktop background.
This is Sochi. Everywhere. It's a picture of Sochi.
I know. Okay, so here's what we got in Sochi. We got some lovely places like Coca-Cola, nothing better than the real thing.
Subway
and Pepsi
Fresh.
Pepsi for when they don't have Coke.
Coke and Pepsi together as a sponsor. That's not really done much. They did it. It's
Bam.
Sochi.
You've got McDonald's several times.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do.
Because, if
I'm
there's
loving
anything
it.
that promotes healthy athleticism, it's McDonald's.
Absolutely.
Of course, there's Skype. Oh, we need there's slogans too, right? Skype, yes, we can connect you.
There's some sort of
we'll
a
send you
vodka
a survey when you're done.
A vodka company.
Ooh, I see AstraZeneca. They make drugs right underneath the vodka company.
Yeah.
See, those actually are one company.
Yes.
So basically what ends up happening is they figure that people are either going to go to the doctor and get a prescription.
Of course.
And then they'll get money.
Yeah.
Or you're going to self-medicate with vodka.
Right.
And then they'll get money.
Yeah. So, the Olympics is more about sponsors than anything, but there were some athletics that did go on.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you see the Epic Mail. It's a great store. It's in the right corner.
Oh, right.
But,
didn't see that there.
Yes. But here we go. We're going to have several clips of events that took place. OJ maybe is going to explain what was going on in them.
Okay.
And here we go. This is the first event. 1 second, please.
Starting.
Hold on one moment.
Now?
All right, starting right now. Here we go. This is a Olymp from Sochi. An event from Sochi, I'm sorry.
Yep.
What was this?
So,
that went on here?
as you may or may not have heard, Sochi is a little bit warmer than one would imagine for it being in Russia. So this is actually the ski jump. They couldn't keep the snow the day of the ski jump,
Yeah.
so they had to do it this way.
This is an alternate way.
Mm-hmm. So as you can see here, they're using each country has its own type of tire.
Saw some people run. The tire was coming for them. They did not expect that.
They have to be prepared for this sort of thing.
Right. That's also an event. Avoiding the tires is an event along with throwing the tire.
Do two at once. Now, as you can see here, we've gotten onto the American tire. It says Goodyear on it.
Yeah.
And that thing is a beast.
As you notice, the same guy's throwing the tire. He's actually not competing. He's the tire thrower, but the competitor chooses the type of tire. They're actually not even at Sochi. All right, what's this giant? What's this huge one? Who picked this?
Okay, this one is the Russian tire. And I have to say, this one got the gold.
Is this supposed to be happy? It's destroying the course. It's destroying Sochi.
That's why it got the gold. It's so intimidating, they were afraid to not give it the gold.
It seems to be crushing everything in sight.
I mean, look what happens to the people at the bottom of the ramp.
I'm afraid for them a little bit,
They were nearly
actually.
killed in their own event.
Wow. Will it ever stop?
It's still going. It's going for a world record.
Were those guys? They were holding like a mattress to stop it, and they actually did. They deserve the gold.
It's a miracle.
Well, that was
I mean, the trick is catching it in the pad without dying.
Yeah, here's the results. It's in Russian, I believe. We can't read that. We have no idea what it says. But that's a great event from Sochi. Sponsored by Xerox, ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil again, Citibank, Old Navy, Pepsi, Gap, Uniqlo, Merck, Hess,
Kettle One Vodka, and AstraZeneca.
Subway, Eat Fresh. All right, let's go to the next event, John. This is the second event we're going to cover today.
All right.
3,
starting it?
2, 1, go.
2, 1. All right, so this is the figure racing event.
What exactly is this?
This is combining the excitement of drag racing with the style and beauty of figure skating, but without any of the boring parts.
It's kind of like a bobsled event also. It's kind of like a lot of different combinations. Here's our slow-mo instant replay, which is standard.
Look at that. Look at that single Lindsay. That is an amazing single Lindsay right there.
The angles of the track.
Mm-hmm.
The proportions.
And right at the end, bam, hits the target.
Pure
Just
skill.
Barely gets it.
Pure skill. It takes a lot of effort, many years of training. And there you go. And here's something coming up here that...
Oh, don't forget the dismount.
No one ever did this before. Okay, you've heard of the slow-mo replay. We have an exclusive, the Ramborgian exclusive here. It's coming up. Hold on. We'll take a little time. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not there. It's very slow.
Oh.
It's very slow. Okay, here we go. You've heard of slow-mo before, but you've never heard of reverse screen slow-mo. Right? They don't do this on NBC Bobcasters.
Nope.
You loser.
And you can see it even better when it's upside down.
Yeah. How do they launch the car like this?
What?
Does the car go down the track? The tires went down first? How does it get into this position?
Well, that could be how it gets all its momentum.
I see.
But note the dismount. The car comes back to face the way it started.
Yeah.
Now that is a really, really impressive sign of sportsman.
Extra points.
Like genius.
That was the French car right there. They won.
Yep.
Okay, very nice. Sony, Whole Foods, American Express, Bed Bath & Beyond, Dow, Coca-Cola, Toys R Us, American Airlines, ExxonMobil, McDonald's, Target, Verizon. Okay, here's our next event. 3, 2, 1, go. What is this, John? I don't know what I just saw.
This is the very, very heated and vicious sport of curling. Now, these men...
I'm seeing people go through glass. I think you're on the wrong video.
I'm sorry?
I'm watching people crash through windows and stuff.
That's not number 3.
Oh, okay. I'm on number 4.
Yeah, you hit number 4.
All right, I'm on number 4. What am I watching here? This is an event?
You're watching freestyle defenestration.
What does that mean?
So this is a sport where you have to find the most creative way to hurl somebody through a window. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual window. In recent years, much like some people wanting to increase the size of soccer goals or football goals, they've let people start using jukebox glass tables, aquariums.
The sport's evolving over time.
Yeah, and right here, and a few seconds ago, you saw one of the most amazing and controversial things, which was someone being thrown into a building through the window instead of out of a building.
It's a team event. They both get medals. They're teams. It looks like they're hurting each other, but they're not. They're a team.
Yeah, it's a team. They're actually, these two, the people you see here are on the same team. Now, what gets really amazing is when you see some of the synchronized defenestrations.
Yes.
When you see people, say, on a moving train go flying through, all of them in sequence, that takes true skill. Those are the masters of the sport.
Well, very nice there here at Sochi. An excellent event of athleticism, competitive spirit, and religious spirit as well. Johnson & Johnson, Visa, Goldman Sachs, Target, again, ExxonMobil, Pepsi. Very nice. All right, we're going to go to number 3.
Burger King.
Burger King as well, yes. Don't forget them on Verizon. Number 3, we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Boom. And what do we have here, number 3?
Now we have curling.
Just curling, okay. Interesting. This is actually the most violent thing we've seen so far.
This is a very exciting sport.
Yeah.
They're basically trying to sweep through the ice enough such that when the next guys come in with their, whatever those things are called, I wanted to call them quaffles, but that's not true. They want them to fall through the ice.
They want them to.
Mm-hmm. If you can get another team to fall through the ice, you win curling for that year and for the next 2 years of the Olympics.
All right, so there you go. Curling, another nice event here at Sochi. Very nice. Staples.
Now,
Frito-Lay.
You have to be careful if
Ford.
you pick somebody else's
Xerox. Google.
thing.
Microsoft. Visa.
If you kick another person's thing, it explodes. So that's why these red guys are being very careful not to kick. Don't forget Daimler Chrysler.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot it. Comcast. Verizon.
FDA.
Okay, here's number 5, John. We're going...
All right. Oh, yes, I know which one this is. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Number 5.
Number
now,
5,
this is a sport.
3, 2, 1, go.
This is a sport that is very near and dear to my heart. This is the double decathlon.
What is going on here? What is this?
So,
what country is this guy from?
He looks like...
Well,
he might be... I'm sorry?
All right, yes. Tell us more about the event.
Okay, so in this event, basically they line up a lot of different people, women from different countries.
Yes, of course.
And the participant has to go through, and with one hand, he must unhook their bras as fast as he can and try and get through the giant row of women in the time allotted.
This is for a medal.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you'll note, he got hung up a tiny bit on the...
I like the beginning. Let me just look at watch the beginning here, how his stance. It's like an on guard type of... Look at his bone.
No, the stance is everything. The stance is what makes it possible.
It's more about the stance than anything here at Sochi.
It's not about strength. It's not about dexterity. You have to have proper form.
Did this gentleman wind up winning? Did he win the gold?
Unfortunately, if you'll note again, when he got to the red-haired girl, she
the
turned
redheads are
around.
tough.
He pinched her too hard.
Oh, I see.
Causing her to turn around, which lost him a few points, which is why he did not get
That's
the
the
gold
thing
medal.
about the Olympics, because you don't just lose for yourself. You lose for your entire country at home. So his family, you lose for your family, your friends, your village, or your town, depending on what they call it there. And it's an incredible failure is what you are.
It's a crying shame. He was so close to glory.
Right. He did not win the golden bra.
No.
Okay, very nice. Hilton, Outback Steakhouse, Applebee's,
ExxonMobil, Old Navy,
Skype,
British Petroleum,
ExxonMobil,
Virgin America,
MediaCorp, Epic Mail. Okay, here's we got a number now. 6 we're up to?
6.
We're up to 6. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. What is this 6 here?
This is the medal awards ceremony.
Oh, it's a little
This
different this
gentleman
year.
has actually won a gold medal,
Yes.
but he doesn't get the gold medal.
It's too easy just to
Until
hand
he
it to them.
No. These are Winter Olympics. This is Russia. Winter is hard, and they have to prove this to everyone. So he actually has to find his gold medal
Right.
in the snow.
And it makes sense. The medal has value. It's gold, I assume. So they can't just give it to you. Right?
No, heck no. You got to earn that thing.
You got to really show that you deserve it. So we're going to take the medal. We're going to hide it in the snow somewhere in Russia. Not even just Sochi, but in all of Russia. Could be anywhere there. And it's up to you to find it if you really want it. And
At
if you
least
do
5
find it, then
people-
you're a true Olympian if you do find it.
If not, then why did you even bother coming? What did you train those 14 years of your life for? You
Right.
you wasted your life.
Exactly. Training, what is that? Oh, get up and I run, whatever. Find the medal. That's the big thing. Right?
Uh-huh. And if you find someone
Corona.
else's medal, it's yours.
Frito-Lay, Corona, Visa,
Anheuser-Busch,
Boeing,
M&M Mars, Hershey,
Cisco,
Chick-fil-A,
HSBC,
Jack in the Box.
Chick-fil-A. All right, one more event here at Sochi to show you. It's been a great recap so far.
Mm-hmm.
We're not spoiling the winners, we're just showing clips, which I think is good.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, oh, these people won, oh, la, la, la. Can you believe them? I don't know. Can I really believe ESPN when they tell you Canada won the hockey medal? I don't believe that
I didn't
for 1
see it.
second.
I'm
I
more
didn't see
inclined
it,
to believe that
It's government
we
conspiracy.
landed on the moon than... Mm-hmm.
Right? Something to do with Obamacare or something. I don't know. Here's number 7. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, this is a wonderful event. Okay.
What is this?
This is mountain boxing. As you know, mountains are very hard and very tough. The only place you can properly knock out a mountain is near its peak, near its summit. So you have to start at the bottom of the mountain and work your way all the way to the top.
You jump, you dive. Okay, now we're in another portion of the games where it's in the ice.
Uh-huh.
You have to wear a t-shirt for
He's
this?
very near to the top now.
Which is... You wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, you can wear whatever. You can wear anything that doesn't have full sleeves. Because then you're cheating the mountain of its victory.
Oh, he punched the mountain. What's that part of it?
Yeah, it's mountain boxing. He's trying to knock the mountain unconscious.
You defeat the mountain.
Oh, but the mountain spits on him. That's going to cost him. Just a little bit.
There can't be any liquids. The liquid is disqualification.
It's going to cost him a few points. You have to know to punch it where it's not going to puke on you. I mean, look at that. He lost his glove.
Yeah.
That's going to cost him a bit. He's down to one hand now. Only one hand can validly punch the mountain.
So basically you run, you jump at the mountain, then you repeatedly punch it, and you win if you destroy the mountain, or if you... How do you actually win? And now what's going on?
You have to destroy the mountain?
Is he supposed to be doing this with the
Or
glove?
Well, if you get to the top, the mountain is weaker, and you can break off more of it. So
Yeah.
that's what he's going for.
Is he doing this right? It looks kind of wrong to me.
He's not doing a very good job, I'm afraid. He trained very hard, but even with his spiked boots of dubious legality, he couldn't quite knock out the mountain.
He had one hell of a jump, though, I'll tell you, in the beginning.
Yeah, he actually did get a lot of points for the jump, but unfortunately, the event is more than just the jump.
It's more than just jumping, my friend. So, wow. Very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful here in Sochi, 2014. Competitors fought hard. Many tires did fly. Mountains were punched. Medals were lost in the snow. But I think we learned a little bit about ourselves. About national pride. And what it is to be human. Once
and
more.
togetherness with the other countries on this world.
There'll never be war again if people just remember what happened here in Sochi this year.
Honestly, if everyone just teamed up on the mountains instead of fighting each other, the world would be a better place.
That looked pretty fun, I have to admit, punching the mountain like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go. It's a good time here in Sochi. We're not Sochi
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean, I'm
it's hard.
sad
It's
it's
hard to
over.
leave. It's hard to. Yeah, it's sad. So it's hard to leave there once you're there. You know. But we're
No,
back. We're
well,
back here.
also try getting out of.
That's how I got
Russia
sick,
when-
by the way.
You had to bring some of it back with you, and
Exactly. Well,
Shame.
I'm just upset we have to wait another 4 years before we can talk about the Winter Olympics again.
yeah, we'll be able to talk about the Summer Olympics in what 2,
Yeah, there you go.
and the World Cup in.
I don't know what that is.
World Cup's got to be soon.
that's
either,
something.
either next year or.
Yeah. I'm joking. I like the World Cup, by the way.
Ain't nothing wrong with the World Cup at all.
All right, so let's change gears. Last week we started doing the comments. We ran out of time. We couldn't really get into the comments.
Yeah.
I want to touch on one of the comments because OJ seemed like he had something to say last week.
Oh.
Do you have
love
if you have a story or something about this? I don't know, kind of see where the conversation takes us.
Why do you remember these things?
You're the one that brought it up. It wasn't even me. I just.
Get it! Get it! Get it!
All right, if people know what we're talking about, here we go. Oh, jeez, the elephants again. Okay, this is from Slinky. He sent this in last week, and the question was, "What's your most awkward public erection story?" One you knew everyone could see, and I basically said I didn't have one. Just sometimes you have, when I was a kid, I went to Catholic school, and you had to wear these bad uniform pants, and sometimes they would bunch up, and it looked like something was happening, but there was nothing going on. It wasn't sick like that. And then OJ starts chiming in, "Oh, I have a story about this. We ran out of time. We couldn't talk about it." So do you have a story to tell us about this?
Yeah, it doesn't it fits the criteria except for the one that knowing everyone can see it.
Okay.
So in middle school,
Uh-huh.
good start to any story, right?
Yep. For you, yes.
I had some trouble, like, some of my classes were really boring,
Oh, no. What the
and
heck?
I'd start falling asleep in class.
Oh, my God.
No,
Where's this going?
no. Well, back then, if I started to fall asleep in class,
Yeah.
apparently that would wake up.
You were having dreams,
like-
maybe, about...
No dreams. I'm like
teacher?
I'm still awake, but I'm just kind of like, I'm just sitting there like trying to take notes on what the teacher's saying,
Yeah.
and then it's bad, man. Like if
you woke up-
if you had to go up and walk and draw something on the board or whatever, like anytime, like if I started falling asleep in class, it'd be like, oh, if I start falling asleep near the end of the class when everyone has to stand up,
Yeah.
it would just be like, backpack is not going on my back today. It's now hold in front of me awkwardly packed.
How many times did this
Yay!
happen? How many times did this happen?
A lot.
A lot of times. So, all right, let's break this down. So you were in class, you fall asleep.
I didn't completely fall asleep.
You
But
go
got
in and
pretty
out.
close.
Similar to how you do on the show sometimes, where you go in and out of consciousness. And you wake up, and what percent are we talking here? Like 50%? It's 110? Like what do we do? It's ready to go. What are you talking about here, percent-wise?
Oh gosh, there was
I want everyone
There
to
was some
think of
tenting.
this in your minds as we talk about this.
some tenting. All right, we'll leave it there.
30%? What do you... Okay. Let's say...
Dude.
Let's say 75, 80%. And you wake up from the slumber, like, so you're asleep.
I'm just like, this is bad. This is
And
bad.
as soon as you wake up, you know it's there. And then you start... What do you try to... You're trying to hide it?
Yeah, basically, like usually it would be like when the class was over, because I'd get through most of the class, and then it would just be like, oh no,
And it would last
oh,
for,
no.
like, this amount of time? Were you, like, Viagra or something? Were you one of the early testers on this?
No, but like,
And no one ever said
I would
anything.
basically, I would survive in the class okay until right before it would end, and I'd just be like, and if I fell asleep right at the end, then near when I'd have to stand up, then there'd be problems.
And no one ever said anything to you or noticed?
No one ever said anything.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you suspect that someone maybe noticed, but they just didn't say anything?
It's
And-
quite possible.
Or do you think they were impressed with what they saw when they took a glimpse at?
It was middle school.
Do you think while you were sleeping you were saying things and you just didn't realize it?
I wasn't that far asleep. Like, I was in that weird mumbly state where I can still talk.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I'm
But,
saying.
like-
You could have been saying all kinds of things while you were under consciousness, and you don't even know if people heard you say it.
I didn't talk.
Nipples.
Then,
Stroke.
man,
Stroke my back.
no.
Lick my elbows.
No, man, my elbows are dry anyway. That would be uncomfortable for everyone involved.
Pull my earlobes. You could have saying things like that while you were asleep.
I didn't. I wasn't that far asleep.
And that's it, never again, like any other time. What about, like, you know,
Nothing.
you get older, there's like a chick you like or something, and then you go to talk to her, and they're like, nothing,
Nothing terribly noteworthy, no.
no one ever noticed anything, walked in on you, nude.
Not really.
Okay.
Nothing I can think
Did
of.
you ever, like, walk in on disgusting things? You had a lot of roommates for various parts of your life. Did you ever walk in on, like, stuff you didn't want to see?
No, but I heard it.
You heard stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Couple dudes together in a room.
No, it wasn't
Blowing each other
dudes. It was
up.
a dude and his girlfriend, and they were rather boisterous.
They're going crazy. You didn't open the door and see what was happening.
I'm like, nope, I don't want any part of this. Nope, 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 nope,
It's traumatic.
nope.
Traumatizing.
It was pretty bad, man.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I never walked in on anybody doing anything like that.
That's good. You never saw me doing
Yeah,
anything
people
weird?
are pretty reasonable.
You never saw me doing stuff while you were sleeping in the room you were in?
Do you count playing Sonic the Hedgehog?
If that's code word for something, then you're on the money.
It is not a code word.
Okay. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we show the art?
Waha.
Let's show the art for the week. Did we lose all the viewers after that?
Art.
I think we did. I think we lost. Yeah, we did, actually. Live adjustment. All right, let's show out the art. My God.
Hey, you're the one who reminded everybody about it.
Well, I wanted to know the story. Here's one from Union XX. We saw this a couple weeks ago. I want to show it officially. The Three Stooges. StayBallsy.com presents The Three Stooges. OJ, Ed, and myself as the Stooges. We also talked. We didn't know who was who, but we said OJ's definitely Curly. We came to that conclusion at least.
Was Curly the one who went whoop, 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 whoop?
Yes. Of course.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
You say Snarfy Flirt instead. Here's Travis who
You know-
makes the awesome... yeah, go ahead. What?
You've probably said that more than I have by this point.
You said it like maybe twice, but it just stuck with me. Here's the Ramborgia Revolution from Travis,
Yup.
who makes the 3D figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. It's awesome. It looks almost like elephants cloned with me, combined with me or something.
I'm
Weird, man.
pretty sure that's what they are.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
It could be, man.
It's a frightening thought. This is,
Oh wow! Look, they're. I like how they're doing different stuff.
Oh, yeah. Some had their arms up and whatnot. This is from Thomas McDonald. He's been playing some WE 2K14.
Yup.
Schnoz-man HolePunch going at it. And he somehow made the schnoz goo explosion. Do you see this?
That's pretty grody.
And HolePunch is
It's
taking it.
awesome though.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Do they actually have moves like that in wrestling where people like spit stuff all over people?
The Great Muda, Kaishi Muto.
That's what he does?
He's a mist, and each mist is a different effect. He has a red, a green, sometimes a black, and they do different. One's like a paralyzing. One is
Weird.
yeah, he's great. It's great. Along with the Shining Wizard.
You're crazy.
This is from Mutu. The Good, the Bad, the Pulpy, starring again myself, you, and Ed.
So
A very
I guess
flattering
I'm
photo of my face there.
You know,
What? What?
it's not bad.
Oh, thank you. This is also from Mutu, Ed Trotta, and Dracula. That looks like a real poster.
Yeah, I would see that.
That's pretty crazy. That's awesome.
I'd
Mutu.
definitely see.
This is awesome. Watch this. So Mutu made this. This is the show number 120. It's a magazine, right? The person's got the cover out,
Yup.
And then now we got the inside of the magazine. It's got OJ Harrington. It's you. It's your picture, and then in the top right corner, it's like I don't know where the hell that's from.
What?
You look like like I don't know. You're like, yeah, you want to interview me? All right, let's do it.
Also, it's a girl holding the magazine.
Oh, of course. She's got zippered pants. Pants that have a zipper go the entire length of the pant. You see that? What the hell is that? There you go.
Interesting.
An interview with OJ.
Oh man, yeah. Now I can finally see it.
Yeah, you're a little behind. This is
I'm slow today.
Ed Trotta on the $100 bill.
It's like the best photo of me ever.
OJ likes it.
Yeah, though Ed's photo is pretty sweet for the $100 bill.
Yeah, that's great. And
That's
Moonsbro went to
special.
Disneyland, took this photo for us on a ride. I'm sure he was kicked out of the park.
Oh, seriously?
Not
Aw, man.
soon thereafter. And here's the last one from LKG, Lion King Gamer. The Ramborian elephant fighting for the rights of his race. OJ's got his headphones on for some reason. He's listening to something.
Well, that's what I wear when I'm doing this show.
Yeah. Those guys made a thread like asking where they could find the pictures of us, where they get the pictures from us. A lot of people say it's very hard to find pictures of you.
Of me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is very hard to get photos of you. We'd have to take a lot of just headshots or something. The hole punch, there's a lot of hole punch, or you, but you're not you, I guess. They don't use those.
I guess not much of me.
Well, you're playing a character, so they can't use those.
Huh.
Right?
So I guess I should go for maximum ego and get more photos of me on the internet.
We'll just make a site that's just OJ headshots so people can take and do stuff with them, yeah.
That might go the opposite way.
It's a bad idea. Is that what you're saying?
No, they might think it's like shooting me with things.
I want to talk about Harold Ramis quickly. I believe it's important that we mention
that is
the man.
Yeah.
Passed away a few days ago. And OJ and I were talking about this earlier, how it's insane when you just look at the body of work that is there. It's just ridiculous.
Some stuff you don't even realize.
Pretty much every major comedy movie of the last 30-some-odd years, he was involved in some fashion, either directing or acting or writing or something. You know, just a couple: Caddyshack, Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day. You wrote Animal House, which I did not know. Back to School he worked on. Rodney Dangerfield.
Really?
Movie. Yeah.
Well, he wrote a lot for Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah. He worked on the Ghostbusters cartoon, the real Ghostbusters.
No wonder it was good.
Yeah, it was better than the other one, right? That was a weird thing. There was like two competing Ghostbusters cartoons.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Another thing, recently he directed episodes of The Office. Did not know that. Did not realize.
What?
Yeah, he directed a couple episodes. I didn't know that.
Were they good episodes?
Yeah, I'm sure. So I think what I like about him is he dedicated his career to comedy, really, which a lot of people don't do. They usually maybe we'll do one comedy and then get in the door and then like, now I'm going to make some Oscar-worthy type stuff and become, look at me and all that, right? Or work with like really huge actors and try to make bank on this. But the guy's whole career was dedicated to comedy, and his comedy movies were so good, in fact, that they kind of stopped making them completely because I think, seriously, he kind of raised the bar on it so much that they don't even like really make comedy. When comedy movies come out, there's like the Jackass stuff, right?
Because you can't compete with stuff like what Harold Ramis has written.
That's what I think, yeah. So, yeah, I think Ghostbusters is probably my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies ever.
Wait, which one?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, heck yeah. That was amazing.
It's incredible.
Like, it's just amazing that, first of all, I mean, the fact that they had all these people together to do that film.
Yeah.
I mean, Harold Ramis, oh gosh, why did I suddenly forget Bill Murray's name and then remember it again? Rick Moranis and Dan Aykroyd.
Sigourney Weaver. Kind of an era there.
My gosh.
Yeah.
They did so much stuff.
I think with comedians, or comedy, like a lot of guys only have like one or two things they can do, right? Like their act is kind of like, okay, this is their comedy. It's kind of one dimensional.
Yeah.
But just to do that many films that are all kind of different, but all just great.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize he did analyze this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after all that, he came back to do the Ghostbusters video game as Egon, which just...
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I got a quote. I guess I'll read it. Maybe I was gonna try to see if Ed had a take on it. You could maybe tell your take. Give me your idea on it.
Yeah, let me know.
Quote from Harold Ramis. It's hard for winners to do comedy. Comedy is inherently subversive. We represent the underdog, as comedy usually speaks for the lower classes. We attack the winners. Which is interesting.
Yeah, no, I see where they're going from here, because like it's hard because if you're super successful and winning and stuff, I mean, there's plenty of ways to take you down. But if you're down and really sad and there's nothing cool, happy going on, what are you gonna make fun of? What is there that's joyful? Like if someone's feeling bad, downtrodden in something, you can't attack them.
It's often parody, or it's often has some bite to it, right?
It's true. You got to go after the ones that are. Well, it's not about going after anybody though. It's just I need to read this quote. Like, dude, I had so many better thoughts on this when I was reading it earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You fell asleep.
Here, give it to me again.
Did you fall asleep and now something's going on with your body?
No, I didn't fall asleep.
No, I'm not reading it again, but it's a great quote.
It really is.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Man, when you first sent me that quote,
crazy, man.
I know.
There you go. Let's go to the comments. Oh, actually, OJ, you want to talk about your game? I forgot.
Yeah. So okay,
right,
guys.
OJ's game he's been playing. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So we're good.
There we go. Yep. Go
okay.
ahead.
So I got some more time to put into this game. If you guys remember where we left off, I had finally left the stupid starting village to go find a robot's head with the power crystal that had gone flying into the woods, into a cave. I made my way to the cave, where I discovered something inherent about caves that they kind of leave out in a lot of games. Caves are dark.
Oh, because you have a picture of the cave.
Caves are very, very dark.
All right, so let me go through the photos. You sent me the picture of the cave. Mm-hmm. This is the cover art, which we saw in the past. This is the picture OJ took a few weeks ago of him playing the game. Another photo he took playing the game. I don't know what happened here. It was falling down or something.
You know,
and here's the one he took
today. With my camera phone.
This is the cave here.
I can't see what you're showing, but probably.
The cave, it's a black screen.
Yeah. Because it's a cave. And none of these genius children thought to bring a light.
You play as children?
Thankfully, the kids made a little torch out of some things they came across later on. But basically, let me describe to you what it's like to go through the cave. Step, 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 fight. Step, fight. Step, fight, step, fight. Step, fight. Step, step, fight. Step, step, fight. Oh gosh, why are there no save points? Step, fight, step, fight, step, fight. Seriously, every time you take a step, it's like this cave is... This is where Bruce Wayne hangs out. It is filled with bats. After bat, after bat, after bat, after bat, after bat. Like, I don't know how there are so many bats in this cave. By the time I left there, we must have been covered in guano and bat blood.
Wow, I don't see any of that in the screenshot here, but I believe it.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, you know what they do? Apparently, because bats use echolocation to find stuff, they can confuse your epic characters. So, of course, our dear friend, the main character, Keto, ends up getting confused and nearly killing his best friend like 17 times. It's awful. Oh, but don't worry. After we finally reach a save point, which I can save with, like, no health and everything, it's a boss fight. And the boss is a gigantic mole with glasses that throws wrenches at you.
Yeah.
Oh, and the best part. We beat the giant mole.
Of course.
We dodged the wrenches. And first of all, we don't pick the wrenches up and take them back with us. You could use these wrenches. You could sell them. You could melt them down. You could get some money from these things. Nope. Oh, I'm the big boss. I've got all these weapons. I threw things at you. No, you just leave them on the ground. You don't smelt them. You just pick up the stupid robot head with the power crystal and leave. But you have to walk out of the cave again. And yup, you guessed it. Bat fight, bat fight, bat fight, bat fight, bat fight. But here's the funny thing. These stupid bats. After, like, maybe the 10,000th bat, I'm nearing the exit.
10,000?
Some high number.
Okay.
We beat a bat, and here's what it says. Wow, you've impressed this bat, or something. I don't know. This is a translation, mind you. You've impressed this bat. He wants to join your team, but you don't have a way to carry him around. So he flutters away. Like, what? Wait, you what? So the bat wants to... Okay, I find a random bat, I beat it up, I kill it, effectively. And the bat decides it's so impressed by me killing it and committing a genocide against all of its brethren that it wants to join my team. But because I don't have some sort of stupid coach to carry it around, it's not going to join my team and it's just going to fly away.
Right. I'm trying to make you look more like the characters in the game with the camera right now, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. You having fun still?
Yeah, it's still fun. I'm curious to see what sort of shape the town is in, since when last we saw it, an airship was raising it to the ground.
Wow, okay.
But the airship's in the photos you put toward the bottom. But that's basically where I am right now.
All right, great. Sounds like you're enjoying it.
It's good. I mean, it's pretty standard JRPG fare.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. It's probably better than the new Final Fantasy.
Oh, boy. Don't get me started on the remake.
Let's do a couple comments here. We've got maybe a minute or two.
All right, quickly throw them in there.
X-World Law has some sort of a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
Don't drink that.
For disaster?
Don't put that in your body.
So it's what? A bottle of ice, 5 ounces of vodka, and
Bad Head Productions, can you end the show already? We have another hour to go with Mr. Ed Trotta. No. No, sir. Doug says, where's my candle, OJ?
I'm so sorry. I have it. It's downstairs. Why did I not send this to you yet?
You gotta mail it, man.
I'm bad.
All right, this is from Sarah Fix, the admin, guy who built our website. In these states that snow so damn much, why are heat lamps or something not installed on the streets and in driveways or everywhere so snow just melts rather than having to shovel it every day? We don't get snow here in the West Coast, but it sounds like a huge pain in the balls to have to shovel it constantly. A friend lives near you guys and she says it's the worst, so I figured some sort of heat lamps. Why are they not a thing? I don't think the heat lamps is something that's feasible, but I do agree that if you look at the evolution of technology and stuff, there hasn't really been a great breakthrough in this in a long time. I mean, people have the snow blowers. Mm-hmm. That's like the latest thing.
Well, they've been around for a while.
Thousands of years worth of snow landing on the earth. We got the snow blower and a shovel. I think there needs to be some sort of other thing. As far as why the heat lamp, why can't you just put heat lamps, John?
Well, it takes a lot of electricity to heat something like that.
Yeah, and it wouldn't really...
I think that's part of it.
Plus, it's cold outside. And you're talking about covering a large area of land.
Plus, if it's snowing, it'll get wet and short out.
And probably cause cancer or something bad, I would imagine.
Probably.
A heated lamp that would melt snow. But I would imagine in the future, like, you'd hit a switch and the driveway would just heat up, melt all the snow.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think the best thing would be to what would people recommend? Like maybe running a wire through it, or a coil of some kind. But then you have to worry about melting the asphalt and stuff.
Exactly, it's a huge problem. It's wet. It's where the ground is a little wet.
Yeah. Torburn suggests using a flamethrower, and actually, I think some people have gotten in trouble for using flamethrowers on their lawns.
Yeah.
Like, this is an actual thing that people have done.
That's a little overkill. It's a little too much power. You know?
Yeah, also, if you melt it and then it refreezes again because you didn't salt it, then you have a sheet of ice.
Right. It's just a bad thing. I mean, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, and it snowed more this year than usual.
It's no more than we can handle, I think. A lot of areas that are built to handle the lot of snow every day. But the area where I live is a pretty incredible thing, you know. And last week was like 14 degrees. 3 months from now, it's gonna be 96.
Yeah, and 2 days, and like what was it? 3 days ago, it was in the 50s and 60s.
So it's pretty amazing. Then it's hard for them to have every single thing you could possibly need. You know, it costs money.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get back to the comments, maybe possibly with Ed. I'm thinking maybe Ed could help us answer some comments or whatever. But we're gonna call him right now.
Nice.
And see how that works.
We need a theme song for Mr. Trotta.
I think you're right on that.
We're making a call to the man we know and love.
Ed theme song.
He offers us his own wisdom from
L.A.
L.A. His name is Edward Trotta.
Like
He's
LA.
the best man that we know.
You've been there, right?
Oh.
Hello.
What? Hello.
Ed,
Hello. Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you.
how you doing,
Hey,
man?
there we
Awesome.
go. Accept.
Accept. I have to accept too.
There we go.
OJ has to accept it.
Guys,
How you doing,
Hey,
sir?
Ed. Greetings from the east.
yeah, thanks. Whew. Flamethrowers and heated driveways and torch lamps. Initially it sounded like a good idea, but I agree. That's way too much electricity
Yeah.
to create heat.
Yeah.
Is one of the most, But I think there are some driveways that have some sort of heat
Really?
under the asphalt.
Really? I haven't heard of this before, but
Maybe I'm wrong.
I've seen people had like some sort of a lot of times people kind of try to deflect the sun to the driveway with some sort of a holographic thing or something, but I haven't heard of any kind of lamps or anything.
Oh, but you know what?
We need to invent this, Ed. We should invent this, invest in it, and we'll make millions.
Well, you know,
Okay.
Enough with the
no,
showbiz. It's time to
you got a good point here.
yeah.
No, there's some buildings that are. It's really funny. They didn't take into effect what the reflective coating on the building would do to the sun. So there's some buildings out there where they're at an angle such that the sun hits it and gets focused on one particular point, and that spot of grass is just always burnt because it's basically being cooked by the sun.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So if you got a big enough mirror or something, you could totally do that. That would be awesome. It might
That's
not be
an idea.
efficient, but it'd be fun to try to do.
This is our new path.
Yeah, mirrors angled to reflect onto streets and.
I'm writing this
use the
down.
sun's-
I'm writing this down. This is a new invention that we're going to start. We're going to quit show business, Ed. And we're going to start building things to melt snow and make millions.
You know what I really liked about your Sochi coverage was, I loved all those events. The tire tossing event was just a stitch. I know they were just testing the ski jump, but why not? Why not a tire rolling? Yeah, and avoid the fall. And you had the car slide event.
Yeah.
And you had the window tossing through the window. That reminded me of when I was in my drinking days. That's how I left most of those places.
Oh.
You were thrown out, or you threw someone else out?
No, I was kidding.
Okay.
And the bra unhooking event. That was
That's a tough one.
Double
that was
decathlon.
and that guy looked serious too.
He was really He was real into it, man. He was
The
he
car
trained
slide.
he trained for that,
And the mountain boxing, that reminded me of Rocky IV because that was Stallone going to Russia to meet Dolph Lundgren.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Like a mountain.
Well, that clip was from a Cliffhanger.
From Cliffhanger. But what was
Cliffhanger.
interesting is that when you got to curling, you didn't have to do a spin on it. curling is as silly as all of those events, as far as I'm concerned.
It's
I
fun.
never understood that sport. I don't know how they came up with it. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. They're trying to scrub the ice so those discs will stop sliding or something. I don't know.
The tire toss, I think, makes more sense. Which one goes the furthest? Right.
Curling, it's like somebody wanted to make shuffleboard more complicated.
Did you watch the Olympics, Ed?
Yes, I did. I watched a lot of it. My observation was that some sports are meant to watch. Some sports are spectator sports. Some sports are participation only.
Yeah.
I noticed this during the Summer Olympics in England. I thought, there was only so much kayaking that I could watch. It looks like it must be thrilling to do.
Yeah.
But watching it, or no, the gymnasts and the acrobats, that's performance. That's something to watch.
It's impressive because stuff like you can never, like the average person can't even get on there and do anything, right?
Nope.
So it's quite impressive.
And there's so much, and the cross country skiing. No, that would lose me. I'd get lost on that.
Right.
The slalom, okay. The jump, okay. But just trudging.
Yeah.
That's somebody's morning commute in some places.
Yeah, right.
There's a few times with the Winter Olympics where I turn it on, I have no idea what the sport is. And I go, what I want, and I can't even figure it out after like 20 minutes. Like, well, I don't have no idea what's going on here. There's a man, he's going down a slide. Is he supposed to be going that fast? Why aren't they helping him? I don't know. It's very, very confusing.
Well, I get confused. I always forget the difference, so I guess the bobsled, it's a big sled with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Then you've got the luge where it's like one dude on this rink-a-dink sled, and then there's the skeleton, which is like, do you have a sled? Are you going down on like a cafeteria tray?
Right. I thought the guy flew out of the sled and he was like just out of control.
But apparently that was intentional the whole time.
Yeah.
If I ever joined the Olympics, it would be as either the number 2 or 3 guy in the 4-man bobsled, because they're just there for ballast, and I've been that a lot of times. Just lean in the right direction and everything will be fine.
You get a medal.
The guy in front has to steer, the guy in the back has to brake, but those 2 guys in the middle,
little leeway.
So you go somewhere, you get a fancy Olympic jacket, you get to stand on a podium and you're ballast.
So you're a great American for doing it.
Yeah.
All that.
I was nervous because of the threat of terrorism.
Yeah.
They even leaked out that, oh yeah, we got you targeted. Oh yeah, we're gonna show up.
Right.
Oof. So I was just glad we got through the whole thing safely.
Yeah, seriously.
Ed, did you ever go to any major sporting events in your days and your travels? Any big thing, or that wasn't really your bag? Sports.
Not much. Shea Stadium, I've seen a couple of games, but my father wanted to take me to see baseball. But big football games, no. Friends of mine had Laker tickets, and every once in a while, one of them couldn't go, and they had season tickets, so every once in a while, I'd see the Lakers play out
Who was
here.
playing? There was Magic on the team back then, or was this more?
Back then, it was Magic,
okay, wow.
And yeah.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Kareem. So Kareem.
Yeah. Well, I saw him when I was in high school. He was
Lou Alcindor. Yes.
Yeah. And playing for, what was it, Holy Cross or?
He was in the area. I didn't even know that.
But he was, I was going to Fordham Prep, and he was on opposing teams. He was, a phenomenon.
Oh yeah.
Well, he always was.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
And then he learned to pilot a commercial jet.
And he learned he learned karate from Bruce Lee.
Oh. Yeah.
So there you go. So another event's coming up, Ed, this weekend. The Oscars are coming up on Sunday.
The Oscars are coming up.
And you're you vote on them through the what is it?
The Academy?
The Academy, yes. I'm sorry.
The Academy, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if No, I didn't. I don't vote on the Oscars. I vote on the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Ah, okay.
That happened earlier.
Uh-huh.
Then we had the Golden Globe, which is the foreign press, which is usually what sets the stage for the Oscars most closely.
Mm-hmm.
What does high CPU usage mean?
Just leave it alone. You're okay.
Leave it alone, I'm okay.
We still got you here.
How warm is my computer? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeesh. Don't melt.
Don't melt.
Wait, put it in the driveway.
Right.
He doesn't have snow there.
Computer's
right.
warm enough to melt snow.
So anyway,
No, we don't have snow. We're getting a couple of storms that coming in, though, but we need the rain.
so the union or SAG, where they send you all the movies basically that are in the theater, they send them to you to watch.
Yeah, they
So you
send me
vote.
screeners. I got screeners for August, Osage County, for Lee Daniels, The Butler, Blue Jasmine, Dallas Buyers Club, 12 Years a Slave. I sent American Hustle to my daughter up in Sonoma because I thought it was the kind of movie she would really dig.
I'd like to see it. I haven't had a chance yet.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, oh, American Hustle is great. Watching Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah.
dance to Live and Let Die is worth the price of admission.
Well, I'm interested in that. OJ might fall
Got my
asleep.
attention.
OJ might fall asleep and wake back up when he sees that.
You know what, John?
So Ed, I have for the category of best film, I have the list. Maybe if you saw the movie, you can kind of tell us a little bit about it, maybe, or maybe give us your pick and who's going to win or something. I don't know how these work. But for best film,
Yeah.
we have The Wolf of Wall Street is nominated. Did you see that movie?
Oh, did not see that. Did not see Gravity.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 Years a Slave.
Yeah. Beautiful movie. Really well done. Really beautiful. I had a hard time with it because I have a hard time with whipping.
Yeah, there's a lot of whipping going on.
Yeah, there's a little too much whipping for me. I mean, I have a hard time with any kind of torturous thing, you know. But whipping, in particular, is it's hard to watch. Hard to watch. I had to take a break from it.
OJ, you like whipping? OJ?
Do you like whipping? Are you with the whippy?
Would you rather whip someone or be whipped, OJ?
I'm not entirely sure that those are both valid, good choices
All right.
to make.
Well, let us know later. Philomena? What is this movie? I never heard of this. Philomena? Is it you saw that?
The what? What is it?
Philomena?
Wilhelmina.
Philomena.
Philomena.
Yeah, no?
I
No?
got nothing.
Okay, fair enough.
I haven't even heard of this movie.
There's a movie called Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah, I want to see that. With Bruce Dern, about the guy, winning the lottery ticket.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and Bruce Dern is one of my favorite actors. I've always liked his work.
All right. We have Her.
Her. Yeah, about the guy who falls in love with his computer.
I heard about this. You saw this?
I didn't see it. No.
Okay.
If-
I don't expect that'll catch a lot of major awards. It's a concept film and it's a cute idea. It's a nice idea, but it's kind of a one-trick pony
It's a
thing.
little out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
It's
kinda-
like
it's interesting because I never find out about a lot of the movies until the Oscars come. Then I usually maybe watch a couple of them afterwards. So I don't even know a lot of this stuff exists, and then I find out later.
I wanted to see Gravity, and it'll probably sweep all the technical awards. But I have a favorite movie theater that I was waiting for it to get to, and it didn't play there, so I ended up not seeing it.
What theater is this?
It's the Vista.
Okay,
on
yeah, you told me
Sunset
about that.
Boulevard. It's like old fashioned, you know,
Wow.
single screen. It's not a quadruplex or anything like that.
Yeah.
It has fair prices at the ticket booth and at the concessions. It's like, you know, old time, and the interior is the old Egyptian styled dome roof and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We used to have a lot of good theaters. Even in my younger days, we had a lot of good places that were private theaters, and they all just got destroyed.
yeah.
The AMC Lowe's theaters came in and took everybody
Ate
down.
them all up.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, the RKO and the Lowe's. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. There's a theater I went to in L.A. It was like called the Paradise Theater or something like that. There's like
It's Chinese
an
theater.
ice cream, there's like a diner attached to it, and like a 50 style diner, and it's got Disney stuff. They were showing Lady and the Tramp there, and it was the most darling thing because it was like an old style theater, one of the historic ones in the area, and they were playing the Lady and the Tramp, and it was beautiful, and they had a balcony. I wish I remembered its name. It was really
Is that
nice.
the Disney
Egyptian?
theater?
The which?
The Egyptian theater.
It might have been. It might have been some Disney theater too. I don't know. It wasn't in Disney World, but
The
it was
Disney
near the
theater
Walk
is
of
right
Fame.
across the street. El Capitan is the
Yeah,
name.
El Capitan. I think that was it.
That's it? Okay, yeah. It's right across the street from the Egyptian. And they are
Okay,
the two
yeah.
big movie theaters in town, yeah.
I don't know. It was cute.
You went there, John?
Showed Lady and the Tramp.
I'm sure they did. All right, Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club, Matthew McConaughey, what a performance. He might be my pick for Best Actor.
Wow.
Because he really carried that movie.
He's really good. I think people kind of like give him flack because he appears in a lot of those like romantic comedy kind of movies sometimes. But also he's also in a lot of really good dramatic movies too. He's very good.
So what's that movie?
Well, you had a comment earlier about comedy and being someone's specialty. Whoops,
Yeah.
what happened?
You're still here.
Yeah?
Yep. We still got you.
Okay, well, I lost your picture.
That's okay. You're still here. We can
Oh,
hear you.
I'm getting a call from David. I'm getting a call from somebody else.
All right, don't answer that.
No, I'm not going to.
It could be anyone.
Yeah. So what do I close this out, or I want to be able to see you guys? Well,
Let's take a look at OJ.
okay, we're connecting back.
Yeah, we were talking about Harold Ramis earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a loss. And Ghostbusters.
Did you ever have any run-ins with Harold Ramis or anything like that in the past?
Uh-oh. Now what happened?
Oh, it sounds like the stream activated.
All right, let's take a break for 5 seconds. We'll be right back, everybody. We're trying to fix Ed's issue, and we'll be right back.
everything.
Sorry about that.
All right, we're back. Technical problems. I think we ironed them out, right, Ed?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
We were yelling at Ed when we went away. We were screaming at him. How dare you, Ed?
No, you see, but I'm technically kind of a dinosaur, and I noticed that your opening was so trippy, was so. Watching OJ,
You saw that, huh?
liquefy and
Yeah.
all yeah,
He
that
does
was
that.
wild.
I guess
does
they call me Pulpy for a reason.
He does that from time to time. All right, so we're talking about Harold Ramis earlier, and you wanted to talk about that, I guess.
Well, and we also recently lost Seymour,
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh yes,
Philip Hoffman.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
And what happens? It's life and death. But what a way to go, and a lesson, and how it, when a celebrity passes, a lot of issues are, brought to the surface that otherwise aren't spoken about much, addictions and etc.
right.
But I don't know. I don't want to dwell on that.
Right.
There'll be a memorial, at the Oscars. There'll be a retrospective of people that have recently died.
Right.
And that's always touching.
Yeah, we were talking about how dedicate yourself to comedy. I think you wanted to say something about that.
Oh, well, the reason that the comedy and tragedy masks, they overlap whenever they're depicted. You know what I'm talking about? That symbol of drama, of theater. The comedy and tragedy masks are always together. There really isn't much difference. There is a theory that I subscribe to, that there's no such thing as a joke. That a lot of our best comedy comes from tragedy. I mean, ever since the banana peel, guy slipping on a banana peel, it's the classic.
Right.
Yeah, what do they do before they reach? Yeah.
Someone else's pain, someone else's misery is a joke.
A joke to others, yes.
So that's just, Jack Lemmon Jack Lemmon is known as a comic actor, and yet he won his award for Save the Tiger, which was a dramatic role.
Right.
Huh.
He also did Days of Wine and Roses and a lot of other dramatic pieces, but playing comedy or playing drama is a kind of misnomer, because it's always just playing the truth.
Right. Did you hear the quote that I read earlier?
The what?
The quote that I had from Harold Ramis. Did you hear that? Did you get a take on it?
Was that about the our job? Give
I'll
me
read
the
it to you
quote.
again. I'll read it to you again.
Yeah.
He said, "It's hard for winners to do comedy. Comedy is inherently subversive. We
Right.
represent the underdog, as comedy usually speaks for the lower classes. We attack the winners."
Yeah. Okay. I dig it. That's his perspective on it.
Yeah.
A lot of our comics are Louis Black. They scream their comedy. Jackie Mason was always talking about Mister, let's talk about taxes. Last year the national budget was $12 billion. My taxes $14. I said spend the $12 billion first. If you're $14 short, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
It's about stressful things, or you try to make something funny out of it. Analyze this,
Right.
But
you like Rodney? You like Rodney Dangerfield?
yeah, and no respect.
Right. Yeah. So there you go.
My parents used to give the lifeguard $5 to keep an eye off me. I went to kiss the school teacher goodnight. She said, I said no. The old guys, I saw some of the questions. Oh, I have a connection here. Yeah, embarrassing erection story.
Oh boy.
Wow. Okay. Well, hold on.
I was hoping that wouldn't come up.
You didn't think that'd come up again?
No.
I didn't expect it to either.
All
You
right.
didn't think that would come up again? Did you say?
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. What do you have to say about this, Ed?
Well, because one of the first questions that I saw that you sent me was someone asking what got me interested in acting to begin with, and it was to meet girls.
Yeah.
Because I went to parochial school. I went to Fordham Prep for a couple of years. I went to Archbishop Stepanak in White Plains. And there was an announcement at the end of the day that one of our sister schools, Marymount, in Tarrytown, you know where that is,
Yep.
they were casting for the role of Henry VIII. And I thought, I'll go out for that. This would be a good extracurricular. I hadn't done much extracurricular, and this was my senior year of high school. Might as well do something. So I got that role. I went out and auditioned and booked it, and so they usually had girls playing the boys' roles, but they just couldn't see having a girl play Henry VIII. So that's why they put the call out to brother schools.
Yeah. Okay.
And one day during rehearsal, and so it was me and these 6 girls playing my wives. And girls would sneak into the balcony and whistle, and it was all very, but we were all very innocent and kind of nervous.
And how old were you at this point?
Well, how old are you? It was, I guess I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember at one of the rehearsals, a nun was watching, and we had, I had kisses and embraces with most of the girls.
Yeah, of course.
And she didn't think it was going well. And she came up on stage and she said, no, this is how you do it, And suddenly I was embracing a nun, through the habit, but still a nun, I mean, I was aroused most of the time during those rehearsals.
Yeah. Well, I think most people are. They're at that age, So
but a nun. That was an embarrassing one to have.
Did anyone notice? Anyone say anything?
I don't think so because those school slacks were so baggy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, you know what's happening, but I think for someone to notice, they have to be staring at your crotch. So who's the wrong person in that?
That's true.
You for having a normal bodily function, or someone who's staring at your crotch? They're the sicko, not you.
That's what everyone in adult videos says in response,
Right.
And I've met some of them out here in Hollywood, and they're a very chill, relaxed group.
Yeah. Get rid of all their stress and get paid.
Right.
I guess they're not very uptight.
That's not a hard job. I'm sorry, that's not an easy job. I think a lot of people will kind of laugh at it. Oh, whatever. What do they really do? But that's pretty friggin' hard, man. Right?
I get what you did there.
Hey, you sound like Sally Fields in Stand Up. She did a whole routine about that. No, it's really hard. No, I mean.
Yeah, right. That's not an easy gig, though. I don't think anyone could just walk in there and here we go. Right?
No.
Punchline, I think was the name of that movie with Tom Hanks and Sally Fields.
Oh, right on.
I don't know. In the movie Orgasmo, someone basically just walked in and did the job.
That's a movie, John.
Your movie.
We're going to send you to do this. You can come back and report. Did you see Captain Phillips, Ed?
I did see Captain Phillips.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Strong suspense movie. Very strong suspense. I kept wondering why was it so easy for we had a problem with piracy, Somalian pirates.
Yeah, it was a true story, I believe. Right?
And yeah, but how they were able to board this enormous frigate, this big freighter, a small band of pirates, didn't they give those guys defensive weaponry? Don't they come on board with their semi-automatics and
That's it.
take over? And you wonder, that was too easy.
There's no security guards on these ships.
That's what I was wondering.
I go to the bank down the street. There's a guy there that will shoot you if you do something wrong in the bank. There's security guards at Target and Walmart. There's no security on the freighter ships.
Really?
All right.
It would be harder to rip off a Walmart. I mean, harder to rip off Walmart than that frigate, and that's not right.
That sounds a little crazy there.
Once it gets underway, it's pretty gripping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really liked The Butler.
It's not nominated though for Best Picture.
It's not.
No. Not at the Oscars. No.
I like Forrest Whitaker, and this was one of his best things. And it's an interesting perspective. It's a guy who's a butler in the White House who goes through several administrations, and he sees the whole civil rights movement kind of evolve.
Right.
So it's from the perspective of a minor player otherwise,
Yeah.
which that's like it's like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead is the name of a Tom Stoppard play.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And it's about the two messengers that are in Hamlet.
Yeah.
But it's the story of Hamlet, but seen through the eyes of these two very minor characters, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. And you never know which is which, and it doesn't matter. But that used to be an audition piece of mine for your classic comic category, because at one point one of them, Rosencrantz or Guildenstern, says, "Do you ever think of yourself as actually being dead, lying in a box with a lid on it?" Well, it's silly to be depressed by it. I mean, one thinks of it like being alive in a box, completely forgetting to take into account the simple fact that one is dead, which should make all the difference, shouldn't it? I mean, you never know you're in a box. Be just like being asleep in a box. Not that I'd like to sleep in a box, mind you. Not without any air in it. Well, you'd wake up dead for a start, now, wouldn't you? Then where would you be? Apart from inside a box. You see, that's the bit of it I don't like, frankly. You'd be helpless, wouldn't you? Stuffed in a box like that. You could lie there forever. Even taking into account the fact that you're dead, it isn't a pleasant thought. Well, especially if you're dead. Really? Think of it. If I asked you straight away, I'm going to stuff you in this box now, would you prefer to be alive or dead? Well, naturally, you'd prefer to be alive. Life in a box is better than no life at all, I expect. You could lie there thinking, at least I'm not dead. Any minute, somebody's going to bang on a lid and tell me to come out. Hey, you there. What's your name? Come out of there. So that little speech was like their version of To Be or Not to Be.
Huh.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
That was
Very nice.
just reminded me of a view of a major scenario from a minor perspective.
Right. And the last one, American Hustle, which you spoke about, you liked that one.
I liked that one a lot.
Right.
It reminded me of Quentin Tarantino movie because it was kind of non-formula, unpredictable.
Right.
I liked it because it wasn't good guys, bad guys. Everybody was rotten.
Yeah,
Everybody
everybody's bad.
was rotten in a corrupt world.
Just like real life.
Well, in a sense.
I like to think that some people are decent.
Oh no! Don't make things up. So that's the nominees. It sounds like you like The Butler the most, but it's not even nominated.
And it's not even
It's not
nominated.
even nominated.
No, I wouldn't say I like it the most.
Yeah.
Blue Jasmine was very good. Dallas Buyers Club, Osage County. 12 Years a Slave. That's a beautiful movie. But a lot of dysfunctional family movies. Blue Jasmine and August Osage
If
County.
I had to guess, I think they're probably going to give it to American Hustle just so they get all the star power up on the stage at the end of the show.
Yeah, right.
Is that what you think they're going to do?
Well, the Oscars tend to bandwagon. They like to get on one. They love coming up with winner of 9 Oscars, winner of 11 Oscars. To sweep. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Leading Actor. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Other award shows like the SAG Awards, the Screen Actors Guild Awards, they like to spread the wealth a little bit, spread the recognition. Sometimes it's political. This is somebody's last movie, maybe, or whatever. Or the person hasn't won for a long time and they deserve it, or for a lifetime of work. But the awards are mostly for promotion rather than recognition, I think. To get people to come in to see them.
Well, it's made some people watch the show, and the network draws a big rating and everything, So that's pretty much why it exists in the first place.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let's see what happens. Very quickly, OJ, I got a question for you.
For me?
Yes, the best animated film category. I thought you would get this. Pick one.
Okay.
We got The Croods, Despicable Me 2, Ernest and Celestine, I don't even know what that is, Frozen, and The Wind Rises. Who's your pick? What's your Oscar pick, John?
That's tough. A lot of people might go for The Wind Rises because I think that's going to be Hayao Miyazaki's final animated film, right?
I have no idea.
And but honestly, the only movie I've seen from that list is Frozen, which granted was amazing.
You see Despicable Me?
I haven't seen the first one yet.
Oh my god! All right.
Despite that, though, apparently
you have the toys, but you never saw the movie.
They're not mine. They're just on my
Stole
desk.
You stole the
That's
toys.
not true.
All right, fair
either.
enough.
But my guess is it's going to be Frozen or The Wind Rises because I don't know any of the other movies that well.
All right, fair enough. No problem. Ed,
did you see Frozen?
Oh. I did. No.
Oh, it's
I didn't
for
see it.
being a kids movie, it's really good.
I did not see it. I did not.
They did something really awesome with the way that there are villains in the movie. They could have done it a little bit better, but I thought it was really sweet. Like awesome.
Okay. Ed, you said there's a superstorm coming in? What does this mean, a superstorm? It's coming for you?
Well, the first one that we're supposed to get is not the superstorm. It's supposed to come in. Well, it should have been here by now. The first storm. It's the one that comes Friday morning at like 3 a.m. That's supposed to be really awful.
This is going to be like wind and rain and whatnot or something? Or?
Yeah, the problem is that it's been so dry for so long that it's going to be a lot of runoff. We're worried about mudslides and that kind of stuff. And that's tough if you live right on the coast, like Pacific Palisades or
right.
Houses that are built on sticks. I've never understood that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why go there? Why go there?
You're asking for
trouble. Thinking a Tinker Toy.
All right.
Well, we need the rain, for the rural areas, for our farms and our cattle and grain and So
Ed told me the other day. I was telling him about the snowstorm we had. He said no two snowflakes are the same, John.
Well, no two snowflakes are identical. Yeah, that's an important difference, because they are so much the same, so similar,
right.
not identical.
Right.
Did you know that, OJ?
It's kind of an interesting thing. I mean, I heard that snowflakes were unique, but the going all the way to being not identical, that is a newer twist.
My question to Ed was, how do they really know this is true? How could they possibly know this?
I know. I immediately pictured guys with gloves, black gloves, catching two and saying, "No, no, It's
bet
got to
you
be,
could do that.
molecular,
But
atomic.
it would be impossible to make them the same, right? Because it's weight. And,
Theoretical.
yeah, I think so.
You know what?
It's very deep. Yeah.
When I was a
It's
little
also
kid,
said that no two grains of sand are identical.
Yes.
That's hard one to believe too.
Yeah.
I take a close look at them, but I don't want a grain of sand anywhere near my eye. I've been there. Ow.
So there you go.
But
It's
yeah,
probably-
actually, quick thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably odd to think that there's someone out here missing the vision of snow.
Oh.
A lot of people tell me that they don't have the snow. They want the snow.
I saw grass for the first time in like 3 weeks the other day.
Oh, well,
So
the grass is always greener on the other side.
right, you gotta
Yeah,
appreciate what
seriously.
you have, then, So you gotta look at it.
I mean, I did have a snow cone, like an actual like we went outside with a ladle, grabbed freshly fallen snow, put it in a glass, and then covered it in flavor syrup and water, and then ate it
You ate that? Why?
because it was tasty and
Snow's
delicious.
not clean.
That's what I said, but I still ate it.
Really? That's new for you.
Well, as long as
Yeah.
it wasn't yellow snow.
Yeah.
No, it was not yellow, thankfully. Well, it was like it had just come down from the sky, I guess, and the internet didn't say it was a bad idea, so I did it.
Got a couple questions here. We answered the first question already. It's from Slinky. It was what inspired you to act?
Yeah, meet
And,
girls.
I'd kind of tackled that one. Girls.
Yeah.
JP the Warrior, Ed Trotta, who are some of your favorite actors?
Well, there are two categories. There are, contemporary actors, the actors we watching now, and I also remember the old guard. Kirk Douglas was a favorite of mine, and I like Burt Lancaster and Jimmy Stewart was a favorite. Modern day, I like Harrison Ford a lot. His is one of my favorite acting stories. He was watching The Killers, a Burt Lancaster movie, with his agent. And his agent was trying to explain to Harrison Ford why he would never be major box office.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
He said, I want you to watch this Tony Curtis makes his screen debut in The Killers. And when he was playing a delivery boy to Burt Lancaster's room where he was holed up. And he says, but when he comes in, you don't just see a delivery boy. You see a star. You see the X Factor. You see a guy who knows how to make the most out of a moment, a small part. And Harrison Ford said, I thought the whole point of what we do is to see a delivery guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not somebody chewing the scenery, And if you watch Harrison Ford's work, he lives up to that. He kind of wears his characters well. Who else do I like? Contemporary actors. I like Paul Giamatti.
Oh, he's great. He's going to be in Spider-Man. You like Jennifer Lawrence. You know that.
Yeah. Well, I loved her in the
The Hunger
Playbook.
Games? Silver Linings Playbook you like.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, it's a good one.
that was a good one. Favorite actors.
All right. Well, I think you got it.
Yeah.
You got that one. Okay, so here's The War That Changed. What was your favorite movie from 2013? We kind of talked about that a little bit. Was there one specific one out of the list that your favorite movie?
Well, I enjoyed the hell out of American Hustle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I got to see it.
As an all-around favorite. I mean, you like movies for different reasons. I liked 12 Years a Slave because of the cinematography, the work on it. It was a beautiful movie, and American Hustle is a surprising story with twists, and you like things for different reasons.
Right. Deladrian, our friend Deladrian, he says, what famous characters does he think he could portray very well? We already know about Lincoln, so we can skip that one.
Yeah. Well, my stage career has a kind of through line to playing kind of legendary or epic characters. I've played Don Quixote or Men of La Mancha. And I've been cast as Don Quixote in a non-singing version. I'm still looking forward to that. I've played Dracula. I've played Sherlock Holmes. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
I played Cyrano de Bergerac. You know.
You've done everything.
Wow.
Well, no.
Ed can do any
not
character.
But those were, you know, kind of legendary, larger-than-life, epic kind of roles, and that. You know, one of my favorites was playing Joseph K. in Kafka's The Trial. Not a legendary or epic character or famous, but he's the central character, and it's his hallucination or his midlife crisis or his nightmare, however you interpret Kafka is up to you. But it was, I learned a lot in that role. I called it the Mary Tyler Moore role. You know, the Mary Tyler Moore show?
Yeah.
She was the normal, and everyone else in her life is a character.
Right.
And that's how I felt as Joseph K. I was normal, and everywhere I turned, there was this character and so every scene was like their scene, but I was always on stage because it was my hallucination. And it taught me a lot about listening and giving. You know, give the scene to the other player as much as you can, because this is their moment on the stage. Dysart in Equus is a role I want to do again. I was a little too young to be playing him then for his story, but there was another big lesson there, because the guy, I went through the script looking to spine him. Spining a character is where you look for adjectives and you put on one side anything he says about himself and anything that the other people say about him, to see how well they match. It's just a thing you do. It's just an exercise. And there were no adjectives. There was nothing to describe Dysart. And so it was the first time I call it wearing my own shoes. I wore my own shoes. I was me, basically. Dysart's questions were my questions, Ed's questions. And now that you know, like 30 years later, I'd like to do that role again.
I should mention that on Ed's YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Ed Trotta, you got some Quixote videos of you performing, just with a camera, and a couple weeks ago you did this.
Yeah, that was just an audition.
Video
piece.
audition.
Huh? The video audition.
Yeah, video audition.
To send in, and it didn't work out. They had already cast it by the time they got it.
Right.
And yeah, I should take those down, because.
Oh, come on! Don't start that.
Well,
good stuff.
You know, and the Christmas card, I think, is, you know, I just saw someone just threw out their Christmas tree here.
Oh,
it's like
wow!
the third week of February.
Wow, that's
Oh,
funny.
same
There's a
here,
Christmas tree
actually.
in the gutter.
I was taking out the trash. I look over there. I'm like, there's a Christmas tree in here.
Yeah.
Oh, so people have Christmas later on. I don't know. All right, this is from Rob Zombie. Ed, what's the one thing you've always wanted to do but never have? What's holding you back? Wow.
Well,
Very
I
intense
have
question.
Yeah. Well, I'm not held back. I'm still working on this, a modern adaptation of Don Quixote. I've adapted things for the stage before. I adapted A Clockwork Orange, Animal Farm, Moby Dick. That was in tandem with my mentor, John Edwards, and Kafka's The Trial. And I've always been faithful to the book, to the novel. But in the case of Don Quixote, I want to update it. I want to take more liberty, and I want to set it in a modern, urban environment,
Wow,
and
that's interesting.
make him an indigent. And Sancho also. And so I'm working on that script.
Oh, awesome.
It's called Alonzo. because Alonso Quijana is the name of the guy who goes mad and thinks he's Don Quixote. Because the point in the novel is that he didn't just see beauty where there was ugliness. He also saw danger or threat where there was innocence. The guy was a problem. He was a problem to society.
Okay.
You know. But in the musical, which is how most people know of Don Quixote,
Right.
he's simply idealistic, the impossible dream.
Yeah. But he's really crazy.
And what's holding me back from world travel? That's a harder question to answer. I have tried to get my Lincoln play launched by the White House to send Abe around the world as a sort of goodwill ambassador.
That would be cool.
And I'm still working on that, so I haven't given up.
Okay, fair enough. Good. Let's see here. One thing about you, Ed, you're always trying stuff, man. You know, every time I talk to you, it's like I got this idea, I went on this audition, or I'm doing that, and it's very motivating for me because you're always trying something, you're always doing something, working towards something, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I just
quality.
finished a treatment for a new game show.
So, yeah, look, he's always doing something.
But as usual, you know, I can't talk about it. The things that are in the works,
Yeah, that's okay.
you know, you can't
Gotcha.
talk about.
Still cool though.
That's all right. You know.
And I have an idea for a reality show to end all reality shows because I hate reality shows.
It'll be the last
don't-
one.
I hate reality shows. So this one I think will eclipse them all and we'll be done with them. You know, it's like Chuck Barris with his Gong Show and the Dollar Beauty Pageant. And
Right.
he put on things that he said, people aren't going to watch this crap. And they became huge hits. And it created, there's no such thing as underestimating the American consumer.
Yeah, it's very true.
I wouldn't bet against them.
If you do a reality show, OJ's got to be in the cast. You got to have OJ.
Say that again? If what?
If you do a reality show that you create, OJ's going to have to be part of the show. He'll be one of the members of the whatever it is. The
I'm gonna
reality.
get
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna get shot.
Yeah,
America will love
it is a
it.
show that calls for an ensemble of versatile actors.
There you
It
go.
fits that bill.
I think so.
I'm flattered, but I'm not sure I'd quite take it down. But thank you.
Ed, do you want to perform something for us today, or are you up to some sort of performance or anything, or?
Well, you know what? When we were doing our equipment check earlier,
Yes.
Ralph heard and said, "Oh yeah," I heard in the background, "Ed, I want to be there. I want to go. Let me go on." So I can't see what we look like. Can you?
Yeah, I see you. You look good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looking good.
Yeah. I look good.
Looking good.
What's on your
Yup.
mind, Ralph?
Ralph's
Usual.
looking good. Ed's not looking too good though.
Your knuckles. Oh, okay. Puppet strokes. Why don't we do a routine? A routine? Yeah, a routine. What do you mean, like what? Like who's on first? Oh yeah. I remember that. You do? You want to do it as this is an Abbott and Costello routine
Yeah.
from I think the 40s. They did it in vaudeville. And do you want to do it as Ed and Ralph or as Abbott and Costello? Let's do Abbott and Costello. Okay. You ready? Yeah. All right, you start. Hey, yeah. What is it, Lou? When we get to New York with the baseball team, yeah, can you tell me the name of the players? You don't know the names? No. Well, of course, I can introduce you. I'm the manager. Yeah, sure, you should know the guys. Yeah, but one of the problems is that baseball players these days have very peculiar names. Funny names, nicknames, pet names, whatever. For example, on the bases, we got who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. That's what I want to find out. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. You're the manager? Yeah. And you don't know the fellas' names? Yeah, of course. Then who's on first? Yes. The guy. What guy? The guy on first base. Who is on first? What are you asking me for? I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Who's on first? You got a first baseman? Yes. First base, when you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money? Yes. Who does? Yes. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it. Whose wife? Yes. Look, all I want to know is what's the guy's name on first base? No, what's the guy's name on second base? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. He's on third. We're not talking about him. How'd I get on third base? Well, you mentioned the man's name. If I mention the man's name, who did I say is playing third? No, look, who is not playing third? I'll break your arm. You say who's on first. All right, look, let's get out of the infield, okay? All right, you got a left fielder? Yeah. Left fielder's name? Why? I just thought I'd ask. I just thought I'd tell you. Left fielder's name? Why? Because. No, he's playing center field. You got a pitcher on a team? No, wouldn't this be a fine team without a pitcher? Pitcher's name? Tomorrow. You don't want to tell me today? I'm telling you now, tomorrow. What time? What time what? What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's pitching? Now look, who is not pitching? I'll break your arm. All right. Take it easy. I'm a catcher, you know. Yeah, I know. So me being a good catcher, first guy up bunts the ball, right? I want to throw the guy out at first base, so I pick up the ball and I throw it to who? That's the first thing you've said right so far. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. But that's all you got to do is throw the ball to first base. Yeah. Now who's got it? Naturally. Who's got it? Naturally. Oh, so I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally. No, you don't. You throw it to who? Naturally. There you go. That's what I said, but you're not saying it that way. Next guy gets up, hits a long fly ball to the cause. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't give a damn. What'd you say? I said I don't give a damn. That's our shortstop. Ah!
Very nice.
I liked seeing Ralph threaten you. It was kind of funny, like, Ralph's threatening to break your arm.
I know. With what?
Yeah, like,
You could do it.
you're a bit bigger than him.
Very nice, very nice.
But really, you got YouTube Abbott and Costello doing Who's on First, or just Google Who's on First, and you'll find you'll see that done well.
That was
But
pretty
it's
sweet.
just a fun thing to do.
It's like a classic comedy routine.
Yeah.
Goes way back.
Yeah.
Great stuff, great stuff. So, Ed,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us once again. What's going on? What's going on this week? Anything big happening besides crazy storms?
Well, no,
Well, that's good.
not much. No, there's always something going on.
There's always something going on.
Yeah, I have a commercial audition for a Bank of America teller
Wow.
in Santa Monica tomorrow.
All right.
You know, I don't know. There wasn't any copy, so it's probably not much of one. But yeah, I wish they would stop running the Lincoln ad, the
I
Honda.
saw the Lincoln Honda ad. Ed
Yeah.
was supposed to be in it. They screwed him over. I saw it. It's not very good. It's good that you didn't get it because it's
Yeah,
a lame commercial.
I don't think much of it either.
Did you see it,
But
John?
anyway, you know,
Watch TV.
thanks for having me on, and it's always a pleasure to hang with you guys. I wish I'd been able to watch the whole thing as we went, but I'll see it later.
Check
right?
it out later.
Yeah,
and,
it'll be on YouTube.
Of course, check out Ed Trotta Fan Club on Facebook. You can go twitter.com/Ed_Trotta on the Twitter machine. And just type in Ed Trotta into YouTube. All kinds of stuff comes up, kinds of good videos and whatnot, and IMDb
Or
and
Google.
everything. Google,
Yeah.
there you go. Get
Okay.
the IMDb page coming. I know you're going to be working on that at some point.
Yeah.
And all kinds of good things happening. Ed, we thank you, sir.
Thank you, John. Thank you, OJ.
No, thank you, Ed. Seriously, you bring a lot of good stuff here every time we got you on here. We're happy to have you.
I love the pictures you had of me as one of the Three Stooges on the
Oh,
$100
people, those are made by
bill.
the people make those, and they all love you, and it's fun stuff. They should make the actual realities, these films that they have in mind, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, take care.
Have a good day.
Have a good night.
Excellent.
All right.
It was really cute seeing Ralph doing Abbott and Costello with Ed. That was
great stuff.
Really awesome.
I gotta see if Mark is around, because we said we'd have him on quickly. I don't know if he's awake. It's probably about...
He's just typed something in the chat.
Okay. So we can get Mark in here quickly before we get out.
Making a call to Mark Crown.
Yes.
Because I heard he's coming to town.
Yes.
We want to see him, and maybe we'll hear him, but will he answer his phone?
It's probably about 6 a.m., 5 a.m. or something in Sweden.
Yeah. He typed something so recently. Hey!
Is he there?
Hi. Yes, sorry.
Mark!
Yes, my
It's okay. How you doing, sir?
reacting with my mind.
It's the middle of the night.
Yes, it's 4 in the morning.
4 a.m.
Yes,
What's going on outside? Is there any commotion? It's quiet in Sweden.
it's quiet.
Very quiet in Sweden. You're going to a place that's not so quiet. Right.
This time it is.
About 2 weeks from now, Mark will be heading to New York City.
No, apparently there have been misunderstanding with me and my mother, so it's not until April. It's the same date,
man.
but it's in April instead. So
You know what, though? April's going to work out a lot better as far as us getting together and stuff.
yeah,
It'll be a little warmer outside. It'll be a little more enjoyable for us if we all get together, right? Right now, it's pretty too cold, man. You don't want to come now. So that's actually good. That's actually good news, then.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta let us know the dates again, then.
It's 8 to 14 or 15 for April. So
Okay. I'll be
I gotta
around.
double check my schedule now that it's April, but really hoping we get to see you.
We'll celebrate Easter together. We'll get some eggs going, color them up.
yeah.
All right, that's good, man. All right,
Yes.
good. Because I was going to say, I was nervous about this all week. Like, oh crap, I gotta go see Mark. I gotta try to figure out where I could go.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. So you're coming to New York for the first time. You excited about that?
Yes.
Any specific
It's,
things you want to do there or anything?
Right now, I don't. I mean, you've seen all you probably will be like when you get to New York, be like, feel like I've always been here because you have seen New York so many times. And
Right. You
different
never
things.
smelled it though. You didn't smell New York.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that's a good point.
You didn't taste it, so it's a little
Okay.
different. It's a little different
So,
experience.
yeah, I know that. Yeah, yeah, but I've been to Australia 4 times, so I mean,
Okay.
it was.
And you
about time
survived.
to- Yeah, Australia's a great
Yeah.
country.
So Mark Crown, you kangaroo's gonna stop me and punch it in the face.
Yeah, nothing really.
Nothing
Yeah.
phases Mark. I
No,
think New York.
nothing
There's
really,
nothing like New York, though. I've been to a couple places. There's nothing like New York City. I mean, Tokyo's close.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that really compares.
Yeah, I mean
But,
that's
It's a whole
the
other.
thing,
It's a whole other level of
It
things.
feels like New York isn't like its own country in itself. So
I agree
you
with
get
that.
like that's what I get the feeling when I see stuff from New York. It feels like it has everything you could possibly
It's
imagine.
everything
in
thrown
one
together. It's all
city.
happening at the same time while you're there.
Yeah.
Yep. Just wait till you see it.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know, but that's cool, man. We'll definitely get together and hang out, whatever, see what we can do.
Yes, definitely.
The Rangers will be in the Stanley Cup finals at that point, I believe.
No, they have their last game at home.
All right,
At
good.
the 10th
Ah.
of April. So it's their last home game
Okay,
for
cool.
the season before the playoffs. So
Before you go, did you enjoy the hockey? I know Sweden got the silver.
yeah, I mean they played. I mean they had an easier road than most of the teams through the whole Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that benefited us because we get all of our centers got injured one by one, and in the finals,
Yeah.
one of
You got a great goalie on that team.
Yeah, Lundqvist is
Yeah.
a great goal.
Oh, he's great.
Our center got caught for taking illegal substance. Or no, he didn't take. Took too much. He took some allergy pills.
Yeah, allergy medicine.
Apparently, he got too much of something in the allergy pills that got him banned from that game.
So he couldn't play.
He might not get his medal. So
Well, that's the thing I was reading. Like some of the things that the NHL allows, the Olympics doesn't allow it. So there's a lot of guys that can't go to the Olympics because they're taking stuff that the NHL allows them to take.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a lot of
funny.
guys.
He can be suspended for like 2 years.
Wow.
So, but then he only can play in the NHL because the NHL has their own rules. So they don't really go with the rules that IHF.
There was the game. I watched like pretty much all the U.S. games. I think I saw all of them. But the game against Russia, I don't know if you know about this, John, but the Russians scored a goal, and then they were like, "No, it doesn't count."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it hit the post.
No, they said that the goal was
It bumped
moved.
the post off, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't really off, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, it was a rip-off. They got ripped off. It was sad.
in the NHL it would have counted, but in Europe they have to disallow it.
It's just insane because they're saying that the goal moved basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it moved off its peg.
Right. So if you're playing on the Russian team, what are you supposed to do? Hey, everybody, stop! I have to help you move this back to position before I can play.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are they supposed to do? The ref's supposed to stay, okay, stop and, move it.
Yeah.
It's
That
really
would
crazy.
need to happen. So
Let's just wait till someone scores and then we'll fix it. I don't know. It's a little messed up.
I mean,
Well, it's a good time to stop the game.
in the NHL you can actually like crash right into the net and it could be moved it off its hinges. But if it scores before you move it, it counts.
I'm glad the US won.
Anyway.
I'm glad the US won. Don't get me wrong. It's fine. But that was a really exciting game. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was funny because
done in a shootout.
TJ Oshie, who scored all the penalties for
they
USA.
just kept sending him out. Yeah,
he got over like 100K Twitter followers for the that penalty shootout.
Jeez. Well, people love a winner. Certainly do.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
they kind of crushed Sweden in the final. So
the U.S. got destroyed in the bronze game.
Yeah.
They were like, we don't even want the bronze. We're not even going to play.
No, they didn't even try US in that game.
They didn't try, or they did try?
They didn't try.
They didn't even want it. They want this bronze.
No, I think they were after
pissed.
the loss against Canada. They were like they didn't want to play anymore, something like that.
The Madhead was sending me messages during the game, the Canada game, mocking me. So that was great. All right, Mark, we gotta get out of here, man. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you in April, and probably have you on before then. We'll do some different caller shows and stuff before then. So all right, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Have a good night, morning.
Bye bye.
Yes. Bye.
So I'm sick. Got all this congestion. Got a little bit of a fever. What do? One of the longest shows of all time. That's what happens, John.
You're a trooper, man.
That's what we do.
You don't let anything stand in the way.
With that being said, there is no show next week. We're taking next week off to catch up on the Schnoz-man HolePunch festivities. I almost said fiasco. It would be fitting if I did say that. But yeah, we're going to take another week next week to work on that heavily.
Mm-hmm.
We got some filming days coming up.
Yep.
And we want to make sure that everything's properly set up. I got a good amount of editing to go. I'm on a nice roll right now. A lot of the issues I was having was kind of like deciding how things should look, because we're doing a lot of special effects and stuff like that, right? So you kind of have to design it.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to create that. And now I kind of have everything set. So now we're in the process of really banging things out. So we're not going to be here next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. And then we will continue with another multi-week run of programming. And it's freaking optional. Anything else you want to say, John? It seems like you're pretty tired. I'm pretty tired as well.
We love you guys, and we're happy that you came, and we want you to say hello.
What the hell?
Oh, and I will need to go mail stuff.
Mail stuff? What do you have to mail?
Mm-hmm. Doug's candle.
Tonight?
Well, maybe tomorrow.
All right, John, take us out.
Everyone, you have just been exposed to John Rambo Presents the Show, the best and free and optional entertainment. You were warned, but you didn't listen. But maybe that's for the best. For Rambo, for OJ, for Ed, for Mark, for everyone. This is us signing off. Have yourselves a wonderful time.
Bye-bye. Citibank, ExxonMobil, Old Navy,
McDonald's.
Target, Verizon, Outback.
Aquavelva.
Yes. Goodbye.